Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, if we have your permission. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all present here. We are very honored to have with us our delegation from the US Embassy. I would like to introduce them, Ms. Sarah Ankas, Counsel Manager of Fraud Prevention Unit, US Embassy, New Delhi, Ms. Jaspreet Kaur, for Investigator, Ms. Annie Cronin, Vice Counsel, Ms. Lena Burgess, Vice Counsel, Ms. Jennifer Daly, Vice Counsel, Mr. Julio Salmeron Perla, Vice Counsel, Mr. Matt Naslonsky, Vice Counsel, Mr. Jonathan Foster, Vice Counsel, Ms. Tenzin Banari, Vice Counsel, and also our dignitaries from Amity University, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, ma'am, Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, Dr. Chandradeep Tandon, Dr. S.K. Khatri, additional Pro Vice Chancellors, and all our dignitaries present here. We are honored to have you here with us, and we look forward to a fruitful time ahead. As we begin, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, who is spearheading this university and who is a role model for each one of us. I request her to please deliver the welcome address. Ma'am.
That it's a great day today that we have a team of from US Embassy, especially from the counselor section at Amity University, and even Jaspreet sent an email to me. As I looked at the fraud prevention, something I really got and it took me some time to understand, and then I was very happy that such a important team is visiting, because as a university we are all the time focusing on students' mobility and how our students get help, support, and moving to the various countries for their education or for their employment. Therefore, on behalf of our Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, my additional provincials, deans, head of institution, and also on behalf of students, extend very warm welcome to the team who is coming from the council section. That today when you look at world over, people want to, have the mobility across the globe. And but each country also have to ensure only rightful people enter into their country, whether they are for the education or whether they are for the immigration or whatever purpose. So therefore, it's the lot of pressure is on the team who is sanctioning the visa, whether that is a student visa or whether it's the business visa or the tourist visa or any other visa. And I can understand your visit to campus is to understand that what is our education system, what kind of degrees we award, and what is the kind of the progression our students have, what connects we have with the various universities, and so that you can have a better understanding of Amity Education Group. As I was sharing at your arrival, that we are the education group which started in 1990 with the first school in Delhi and the second school in Noida, and then a first higher education institution. Amity Business School was established in Noida, and today we have a presence in so many 16 countries, and we are the biggest campus in New York, USA, 175 acre. This is St. John's University, which we have taken over and we established our campus. And also that this year, the chancellor was just now sharing, we have established the Harrow School also in New York. So the vision of our Honorable Founder President is that how we establish the campuses in 50 countries across the globe, and also the campus in each state in the country to provide the high quality education for developing the talent for the world. And so that any country is looking for a talent, they should look at Amity. And we are very happy that we are having the delegations from Japan in the morning at 9:30 and USA in the afternoon, and and also we have the parallel a very important conference of international business horizons. We have today the Microsoft's Southeast Asia head, Deloitte head, Nestle head were on the campus apart from the vice chancellor, pro-vice chancellors, and the deans who are present for last 3 days. Parallelly, we have another conference of engineering and technology again, where we have the international speakers from various countries. My colleagues, Dr. Khatri, Dr. Tandon, and Director Admissions, and our head of international affairs, they will be making the presentation. And thereafter, if you have any queries, we will be more than happy to answer all your queries. And also, I want to just share with you, we have, the online portal where any degree, can be verified. You have to just go and log in there, and and you can verify the degree. Because a lot of students were going to Canada and USA, so WES, they verify the degrees, and we have developed understanding with them that we can directly upload our degrees on their portal for them to make easy to verify, as well as given the access of our online portal. So if they have anything, they can check from there in case they are not able to access on their own portal. They can access from our portal also. So that kind of arrangement also we have done so that they get the degree directly from the universities. So you will have the access to our degree portal so that you can, in case you want to verify, check anything, the qualifications of any of the student, you will be able to go through it directly. Yeah. So with this, once again, I extend very warm welcome, and I request now Dr. Khati to make the presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Like here, we have a colleagues from our registrar, Professor Kapoor. Then we have the some of our deans like Dr. Sajnani, who looks into travel tourism, Dr. Kem Soni, who looks after the engineering and technology, Dr. Kalpana Sharma, who looks after the education. Then we have Dr. Murthy, who looks after the entrepreneurship, innovation, startup. Dr. Khandai looks after the undergraduate schools. Then we have Dr. Jayanti Pujari, the special education, Dr. Alpana Kakkar, student support, academic affairs, then Dr. Nipon Prakash, arts, humanities, social sciences, Sujata Pandey, Amity Innovation Design, and Dr. Navid, pharmacy, and then with the next to Sagina Amity Institute of Academic, uh, uh, and then our event coordinator here, the Dr. Renu Mishra, that she looks after the placements. Anjali Bhatnagar, who looks after placements of engineering technology. Garima looks after student startup. Kavita looks after the higher education, the student who aspire to go for higher education, how they can be supported. And Ruth is from my office looking into many things. And Dr. Sunita Ratan, I forget, our Dean of Science and Technology. Yeah. Apart from our Director Admission, who is responsible for entry of all the students to the university, Dr. Nan, Dr. Bans, Dr. Khati Amit, and Bhatnagarji, who looks after the internationalization of education, bringing the international students to MIT and MIT students to the outside world. Thank you. Dr. Khati.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Dr. S.K. Khatri, Additional Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean Academics, to give an overview of the academic programs and courses offered, job prospectus, and outcome of PG students. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Christine. It's a wonderful day for us at MIT to have this delegation from US Embassy. And as Ms. Sarah was telling before we were coming here, that there are many new team members joining, and this is an opportunity for them to visit and understand how education system works here so that they can have a better understanding. And it is a wonderful opportunity for us at MIT here today to present that how our academics, admissions, placement, research, career progression is being conducted. I, on behalf of our Honorable Founder President, of our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhanji, on behalf of all us at MIT, welcome you again, and we'll share over some of the slides now about MIT's system of academics and placements. MIT is one of the largest Asia's education group with more than 200,000 students right now studying at MIT, with more than 700,000 alumni who are now across the globe present and serving with various international leading organizations. We also have 28 schools and preschools. In fact, this education group had started in 1990 with a school only. Higher education has come up in 1995. And for the last 30 years, we are serving in higher education. We have more than 12 universities. We have more than 150 institutions at this campus and other campuses across, with 12 universities in India and 16 overseas campuses. These are some of the glimpses of Indian campus. This is a campus where we all are sitting now, Noida. This is our Lucknow campus, which is a part of this university itself. We have a Jaipur campus. This is an independent university in itself. MIT Gurgaon, which is in Haryana. MIT Gwalior, which is in Madhya Pradesh. MIT Mumbai, which is in Maharashtra. MIT Kolkata. MIT Mohali, which is in near Chandigarh in Punjab. MIT Bengaluru. And these are our global campuses. MIT University, Dubai. In fact, this is one of a very beautiful campus, and Forbes had listed us as one of the best infrastructure. With the special issue brought out with the figuring out and featuring our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan also in that. This is our MIT Singapore, a very beautiful campus. It's a heritage style campus with it. This is our MIT University in London campus. MIT University Tashkent, where the Republic Government of Uzbekistan had invited us to establish a university for IT. And along with it, we are also offering the programs in management, economics, tourism. These are some of the international schools outside. This is the MIT International School in Amsterdam, in Abu Dhabi. This is MIT New York, where we are establishing a research hub. Also with Harrow, UK, we are having a school which is being opened this session in MIT New York. When we talk about this MIT University of Uttar Pradesh, we have more than 50 diverse disciplines with 80 institutions here, 17 faculty of studies, and you can see some of the deans from these faculties have been introduced. For example, we have Dr. Sunita Ratan. She is a Dean of Science and Technology. We have Dr. Tanveer Navid, and similarly, Dr. Jayanti Pujari. So we have 17 faculty of studies here at university with more than 400 career-oriented programs being offered with 35 research centers. We have been ranked regularly as the #1 best state private university by India Today over the years. When we talk about QS Indian University ranking, we have been ranked as the best state private university by QS. Times Higher Education brings a ranking of top 250 universities globally in employability, and we have been ranked only private university from India being ranked in that category. In national ranking framework, we are 32nd in India with more than 1100 universities to tell you. We are 32nd. We are the only university in India with highest US and UK accreditations, WASC from US and QA from UK. We are certified by US Green Building Council with a LEED green building rating system. These are some of the recognitions and accreditations which are being showered on us, which includes NAC. We have been also accreditation from IET UK. We have been accredited by Council for Business School and Programs, and in distance education also. These are some of the programs areas which have been mentioned here. We are offering programs in UG and PG. We are also having tie-up with industry for industry-driven programs. These are some of them. We have a partnership with CIA, and we had established School of Logistics with them. With Tata Technologies, we have established MIT Institute of Technology. With RICS, we have a School of Business Environment. This is RICS UK, and with Indian Fertility Society. We had implemented NEP 2020 in its whole, in letter and spirit. We have a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary education system available at MIT. We have research with specializations with honors and honors with research provision for our students, where the students in the 4th year of undergraduate can choose whether they want to focus primarily on research with more credits in that direction and can opt for that degree. These are 15 university graduate attributes that we are focusing at MIT, which include discipline, knowledge, and expertise to start with, self-directed and active learning, research and inquiry, information and communication technology skills, critical thinking and problem solving abilities, communication skills, creativity, innovation, analytical and decision-making ability, leadership and teamwork, multicultural understand and global outlook, integrity and ethics, social and emotional skills, employability, lifelong learning, and environment and sustainability. We are having more than 400 programs, as already told to you, and these programs are of various levels and duration. We have 3 years, 4 years, and 5 years UG program. We have UG plus UG also, where 2 degrees of undergraduate levels are given to the students. These are also 5 years duration. We have integrated UG plus PG programs, postgraduate programs of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and 6 years, which is in pharmacy. Our program pathways are interdisciplinary options are there, multidisciplinary options are there, programs with single major and double major. In single major, they have to earn 50% credits of the overall program in that specialization. In double major, they have to have 40% each in these 2 specializations. This is one sample of how model framework is there for 3 years and 4 years program with single major and double major. So the various type of courses that we offer at university, which include specialization courses, multidisciplinary courses, vocational skill and enhancement courses for our students, ability enhancement courses, domain and open elective courses, co-curricular courses, value addition courses, and also online courses, which are through MOOC. Our MIT online university online system is there through NPTEL and SWAM. We offer a lot of scholarships also to our students based on merits as well as means. Over 6,000 scholarships had already been awarded to the meritorious students with a worth of rupees 46 crores during the years. We have a Center for Guidance and Counseling at MIT, which promotes emotional health and well-being with a focus on academic counseling, career-related concerns, professional and personal counseling, psychological counseling, relationship counseling, and crisis intervention. We have a MIT Technical Placement Center cell as well as corporate resource centers at various individual institutions. They work in tandem and together to provide the ecosystem and environment and facilities for the students in all these 3 areas, which include placements, midterm projects, and summer internships. These are some of the companies where our students have been placed, including Amazon, Google, EY, Tata, consultancies, Accenture, to name some of them. Our students go for higher studies also. Our students have aspirations survey, which they fill in the very beginning when they come at for at the time of admission, which includes either they want to go for higher education after the program, they want to go for placement opportunities, they want to start their ventures, or they want to join their family business, or they want to participate in some competitive exams for placements. So our students, a very prominent chunk of our students, which is for 40 to 45% range of our students in undergraduate, they go for higher studies. And many of our students have gone to US also, UK also, Canada also, and some of the prominent institutions, which include Harvard, Stanford, University of Oxford, Carnegie Mellon University, Cornell University, John Hopkins University, to name few. We also have research and academic collaborations with many of the institutions, and here students and faculty have they exchange over a period of time from for 5 to 7 weeks, and they even go for a whole semester where they go and study on some of the research problems as a part of their semester and do some project and come back. We also have faculty exchange and a lot of research projects being done in collaboration with them. So with this, now I invite Dr. Chandradeep Tandon, who is our additional pro vice chancellor and dean of biosciences and biotechnology, to take further from here and share our details about research activities.
Thank you, Dr. Khatri. I once again welcome all delegates from US Embassy to MIT University portals. So Dr. Khatri has given you an overview of academics. So here am I to tell you about what we are doing in research. MIT University is a research and innovation driven university, which is evidenced by 160 plus MIT research fellows. We have Ramalinga Swami fellows, Ramanujans. These are the fellows who have spent more than 3 years in the US, and then they get a chance to come back to India and establish themselves. We also have Welcome Trust, Inspire Fellows. We have 350 plus honorary adjunct professors. We have research collaboration with 172 government bodies and corporates. We also have collaboration with 500 plus scientists and global universities. Well, as I said, we believe in research and innovation, and we have to our credit more than 27,000 research papers which are indexed in Scopus. And we also have citations to the tune of 298 to 5 citations. We have our H index of university, which is 154, and overall group is 169. We have, to our credit, 4,500 case studies written by management faculty in different books. We have 500 plus research projects, which is very important for any university to grow. We have funding from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, from Rome and HAAS, from Lever Helm Trust, from ICMR. These all are international funding agencies which come under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Science and Technology, and Defense Research Development Organization. Well, we also encourage all our researchers to go in for patents. But patents are very important, and we have 405 patents which have already been granted. And the curve for these patents granted and also which are being published and also filed is growing rapidly and steadily. We have 695 copyrights which have been filed, out of which 500 are registered. We have, to our credit, 35 technologies which have been transferred to various industries. Well, we have been conferred with National Intellectual Property Award for the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization by Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. This was in 2020. And after that, there has been no looking back. In 23 also, we got an award on about a National Award of Industry by CI, that is Confederation of Indian Industries, in 23, and also in 24, back to back. Now, for strengthening our research endeavors, we have 30 plus research centers and centers of excellence which are dedicated towards research. Well, as it's a university, so we place equal emphasis on teaching and research. Nevertheless, we have research centers. Their main focus is on research. And these research centers are right in front of you. To name a few, we have MIT Center for Artificial Intelligence, which has been recently established and is growing very well. We have MIT Center for Extensive Services. We have Sir Richard Robert Center for Genetically Modified Organisms, to name a few. We also have international funded projects, New Colombo Plan, we have USAID, we have Erasmus funders, we have UKRI from UK. So you can see the various universities in UKRI, University of Sheffield, Surrey, Kent, and also when it comes to USAID, Amity University has been awarded USAID project to admit students to pursue a full-time postgraduate program across various disciplines. And these are there in our Noida campus, Lucknow campus, and also Gurugram campus. Talking of now, example of research with global partners. We have collaboration with Texas A&M University sponsored by DPRA US, which has access to Indian universities and institutions for research, and facilities which are available to us are various neutron detectors, rate meter, to name a few, neutron survey meter, contamination monitor, portal monitor. I'm talking about now the competitions which are won by faculty. We have Dare to Dream. This is AI-based identification of person using physiological parameters, and we have been awarded funding to the tune of 1 crore Indian currency. This is to design and develop an integrated approach for detecting a person by measuring the various parameters like gait parameters, skeletal data, face recognition parameters, movement parameters. We have established, as Dr. Khatri was mentioning about our Dubai campus, we have MIT Dubai satellite ground station called EMISAT. This is to acquire the indispensable technology in developing miniature satellite system, which was inaugurated by our Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan. And you can see here the other dignitaries in this. We have MIT Center for Artificial Intelligence, which I spoke earlier, and we have here most powerful NVIDIA DGX2 A100 AI systems. We have given access to the students and all the scholars and faculty members to increase their to hone their skills in the field of deep learning, machine learning, natural language processing. And MIT faculty have developed 4,400 case studies, which are brought across 110 countries by more than 2,000 institutions. Talking about MIT innovation incubators, for innovation is something which what we want now. We have 750 plus ventures incubated. We have more than 75 investments facilitated. We have more than 100 mentors on board. We have 40 million US dollar investment attracted, and our presence is in 18 cities across India and 5 countries across the world. And we were conferred the AABI Incubator of the Year Award 2024. Now I would like to invite Dr. Mirjana Bhaskar. He will give you a glimpse of admission process. Thank you so much.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A few words about the admission process. Now, once a admission year comes to an end, we carry out a detailed review of the year that has gone by and what are the learnings from that, what are the pluses and minuses, what is the trend, and if there is any need for carrying out any revision in the eligibility, then we finalize the fee structure. Then depending on the popularity and trends, we also finalize on the seats availability and all that. And we firm up our strategy for the ensuing session. So our eligibility criteria for undergraduate programs, normally it is after 10+2 or equivalent. And in India, we have major streams like PCM, PCB. PCM stands for Physics, Chemistry, Mathematics. PCB is Physics, Chemistry, Biology. Then we have Commerce stream, Arts, Humanities stream. So depending on that, there are programs, and as the previous speakers just informed you, we offer more than 400 programs. Out of that, there are certain programs which are, whose seats are controlled by statutory bodies, like for architecture, for pharmacy, and law. So law is governed by Bar Council of India and all. Then we have the postgraduate program. Then again, a feature about postgraduate program is we give direct admission to our own graduates into postgraduate program if they fulfill the eligibility criteria. And also, the selection process is different for different programs depending on the need. Like there are certain programs for which we have written tests, for others we have creative tests, and for certain programs we have only interview, and that interview could be online, public, offline. Earlier it used to be only offline in the campus, but after COVID we started off this online process, and we found that outstation candidates, somebody who is coming from Chennai or Thiruvananthapuram, let's say, it is very convenient to offer them the online option. So that has now gained in popularity. And then we have the application process. We have a very robust IT architecture. So the entire process is automated. The application process is online, and also processing is online. And there are mails which are shot at every stage of the form processing. So the candidate, is kept informed about the progress of his form processing, and the candidate needs to choose his or her selection process date depending on their convenience, because we give out multiple dates. Then depending on convenience, they have to online choose on which date they plan to come, and we have a selection process accordingly laid out for them. And admission department looks after admissions right from undergraduate program and up to PhD level. So all programs. And for the final selection, there are several criteria which are configured into the system. The criteria that we look into, for example, their academic knowledge, their smartness, their fluency, and so on, intelligence level, all these things are seen, and then the faculty gives the recommendations and it goes to a competent authority, and thereafter the result is declared. And once that happens, then they get the admission letter, and on the admission letter the admission letter is very well configured. The do's and don'ts and the conditions, etc., everything is incorporated in the admission letter. So once a candidate reads the admission letter, and they have to accept the norms, and then only the payment gateway opens. So that way, it minimizes the any ambiguity, and there is more clarity and transparency. And the high point of our admission process is that, it's like when you go to buy gold, you look for hallmarks. So transparency is our hallmark. And not only that, we give access of Amazon to even to our parents. Thus, parents are able to monitor whether students are attending classes or not. And then we accept no capitation fee whatsoever, and every advertisement of ours carries this disclaimer that we accept no capitation fee, and thus it is fairly transparent and it is totally merit based. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite Rear Admiral Alok Bhatnagar, Deputy Director General, International Affairs Division, to give a brief about international affiliations and collaborations and students' interest in study abroad.
Good afternoon, the visiting delegation from the US Embassy. Irrespective of what slides I will be showing, I have to underscore the fact that no presentation about internationalization can be complete without a mention of our Honorable Founder President. Our Honorable Founder President spent 30 years in Europe, and he said it many times that time spent abroad is the main reason why he's been able to create this education group. Therefore, international exposure to students is at the core of Amity. It is in our DNA. Internationalization is given the top priority at Amity. We conduct many programs, and I will talk about these programs in three categories. The first one will be about our international footprint. The second will be about outward mobility. And the third will be about inward mobility. You've seen some pictures of our campuses abroad. We've got 16 campuses abroad. That's the largest footprint of any university in India abroad. And that gives us a lot of leeway and a lot of incentive to have our students getting international exposure. So the number of programs that we run in outward mobility, that is giving international exposure to our students, include some of them I'll be showing now. First is the Global Study Program. So this is a program till the National Education Policy 2020 came in. This was restricted to part of the program being done in India and the other part being done abroad, which is typically 2 years here and 2 years abroad, and the student would get a degree from the foreign university. Now with the National Education Policy 2020 coming in, we have the leeway to give them dual degree or joint degree. That is done by doing mapping of the courses from both universities, from our university and the university abroad. We are happy to report that we've got tie-ups with about 40 US universities and some of them have got simple MOUs, some have got articulation agreements, and some have got dual degree arrangements with us. So that gives us a good reason to look for visas and see that our students get there for the start of the session in time. The other program that we run, which is also outward mobility, is Study Abroad program. Now this is a short duration program. It's credit based, 5-week program which we conduct twice a year to 7 destinations. One of them is United States of America. In North America, we do it in US and Canada. Otherwise, we also do it in Singapore, in Australia, in France, and in also UK. Sorry. So these are the places that we send our students for short duration mobility. For visas for these students, we request for J1 sponsorship from universities. We do it from Fairleigh Dickinson University in New Jersey because our campus is based is in New York, so the closest university is there. And we have tie-ups with other universities also. And typically the waiting time, as you would know better than me, is about 60 days or so. But in emergency and also with J1 available, we are able to get those visas in time thanks to all your help. And we expect that help to continue. But for the longer duration programs, it becomes tight sometimes, and we would request that expedited that part of the visa for longer duration is expedited. The other program that I'm talking about is 3-continent program. As I mentioned, our honorable founder president is very much for internationalization, and therefore we were the pioneers in starting this program also in the country. In this program, we do part of the program in India, part in Europe, that is UK, and the third part in US or Canada. So this is a very well subscribed program, and for this again, visas are got through J1 sponsorship from universities. In this, this we do once a year, and therefore the requirement of visa is less, but the numbers are larger. The other program that I want to talk about is MET India Immersion Program. Now, you would agree that an average American doesn't know so much about India. He's got everything that he wants in America, so there's no need to know about most of the world, least about India. So, by this program, we encourage students from abroad to come to MET for a short duration. This can be tailor-made for your requirements. It could be 2 weeks or it could be 4 weeks. It is a non-credit paid program, but we pick up the students from the airport and drop them back. During this time that they are here, we give them an Indian immersion, literally, in terms of Indian art, culture, religion, politics, economics, science and technology. Also take them to places of interest in Delhi and close by, maybe Agra, Jaipur, and other places that you may like to visit. We also give them an opportunity to interact with multinational CEOs, with top scientists of the country. Also, some yoga and some entertainment and some local cuisine is offered to them. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a very important program for us, because this is the one that opens the window for those students to get to know about India. And it has been seen in the last number of iterations of this program that students have come back for either longer duration programs or as a tourist, but they do come back. The last cohort of students that came for under this program were from Australia. We had 200 students under the new Colombo plan. The one before that was from UK, where 26 students had come from 3 different universities in UK. So this is how we run our international programs. In addition, we also do programs like semester exchange or semester abroad program, filling programs, certification programs. So there's a large number of programs that we run. Unfortunately, because of paucity of time, we're not able to give you the full expose about our international initiatives and our international footprint. But I'll stop it here and look for questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that presentation on focusing the emphasis of Amity University, not only nationally, but globally. I now invite Dr. Sujit Kumar Prasad, Controller of Examinations, to give a brief about the online certificate verification service portal. Sir.
Good afternoon. The university has the online verification, online certificate verification system. The degree and certificate issued by the university can be verified anywhere from the world. Here is the link, and anyone can register here by using the enrollment number and the code. They will be able. Anyone can see see the eligibility of the student, whether he or she has qualified for the degree or not. And the second one is this WES services for COVID. It was through offline only, through courier. We sent the academic credential based on the request of the students to WS, which was time-taking process. After the COVID, we have got tie-up with the WES, the World Education Services. They have given us the login credential, and today, since COVID, we started transferring the file through SFTP. They have given the login credential as well as the port for the Amity University of Uttar Pradesh, and by using these services, immediately after the uploading, they receive it, and we got the response back whether it is okay or not. There is the file naming convention also, and that's all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Explore how we can do it for all the universities. Okay, so we'll discuss today, sir, Dr. Bansal. So we should see how we can do it for all the universities, so they can see the degree, and if the degree is from Gwalior, so they can click the Gwalior portal. So we'll discuss with Central also. So that will be easy for the degree verification for the embassy and for other bodies also.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And that was a brief about Amity University. We now look forward to hearing from the delegation for further discussion and deliberation, and I invite Ms. Sarah Ankus, Consul Manager of Fraud Prevention Unit from the US Embassy, to please address us.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Thank you again so much for having us and for bringing together such an esteemed group of colleagues. I think not all of us work in the academic space usually, so we're pretty intimidated to be surrounded by so many well-educated folks from your university, but we really appreciate the time and the effort you put together for this presentation. I don't want our name or the name of my unit to be intimidating, the Fraud Prevention Unit. Normally we do work on things like verifying degrees, so that when students from your university come for a visa, they have a swift, smooth process. We know that they have the correct bona fides. But today we brought a group of my colleagues who are the visa adjudicating officers to just help get them a better understanding of what your university is, what the higher education system looks like in India, and kind of a growing, large, and dynamic campus. If you haven't had the pleasure of applying for a US visa, I say that jokingly, we know it can be a little bit difficult, but the unique thing about our process is that we do in-person interviews, and giving these officers a better understanding of the bona fides and how qualified students from your campus are can help ensure a smooth process. They'll know that people are well qualified, the amount of professors here that work on different programs, the different kind of international exchanges that we might expect to see if people are coming for short-term trips, for joint degree programs. All of that helps us make good decisions when we're adjudicating our visas, and also have good relationships with your office. So if we have any questions, if we want to know more about a program, the door is now open to have those conversations. So we really appreciate that. If there's anything further you'd like to know or ask, we're happy to have those conversations. You have here the people that make those decisions every day, who adjudicate visas. So if you'd like to talk to them a little bit more one-to-one about how those decisions are made on our part in different categories, feel free to have those conversations. But really, this has been such an informative visit. We've learned so much about your campus. We're truly impressed by its scope, by the programs you offer, the vision you have for where you're going. And I think it speaks to the growing relationship between the US and India, the importance of people to ties, the importance of these kind of international exchanges, research, academia. and we truly appreciate the time granted for that. Thank you.
Ma'am, the forum is now open for discussions.
So, any questions from the team of counselor section? Yes.
Spots and a lot of interested students. Can you describe a little bit about what your ideal candidate looks like? Do you assess them on their extracurriculars? Is it only test scores? Do they write an essay? What are the things that the admissions panel looks at?
See, for each program, we have a specific eligibility. That eligibility is sort of, it allows the candidate to apply. That means if they don't have, like for example, computer science, we want 70% PCM, that is physics, chemistry, mathematics. So if they don't have, they can't even apply. So that is the requirement for application. After that comes the selection. Now, in the selection process, we have panel, and the panel carries out interview. And during interview, normally they ask them both subject-related questions and also general questions. Okay. So, subject-related questions could be from physics, chemistry, maths, or their area of interest. And then aptitude, why they want to join a particular domain or a subject. And during the process, their fluency in a particular subject, their smartness, their confidence, their academic knowledge, everything is tested. And also it is recorded, there is a camera and it is recorded so that in case there are any doubts later on, we can go back to that interview recording and maybe review such cases. There are often such requirements which come up in case there is any complaint or any doubt, then that can be reviewed. And it also it's part of the transparent process. So that is generally the process.
The entrance test.
Yes, entrance test, as I said during my small briefing, that depending on the subject, there are creative tests, for example, arts or fashions, planning, architecture. Like in architecture, for example, there is something called NATA, National Aptitude Test. Now they have to qualify that. Now, beside the school leaving examination, they have to have a qualifying score in NATA. Then only they can apply. And then there is that interview. So like that, depending on the subject chosen, there are these processes laid down.
Also, I think, may I add, ma'am? I think Ms. Cronin's question was particularly for students going to the US. Is that the?
No.
Great. But for going to the US, we run the dual degree as well as the global study program. For that, the student decides, shortlists the university that he wants to apply for, and then we guide him through the full process. And that depends on what is the criteria requirement for that university from a student. So that is fully followed through. And only when a student is qualifies for all those, do we let him go any further? Thank you.
To add to this, we also admit students through our common university entrance test, which is at national level. Scholarships are given based on merits, or for example, you had mentioned about the co-curricular activities, and so any student which is very strong candidate in terms of they have some accolades, some achievements in sports or in other areas, so based on that also we consider. And based on them, scholarships are also there. So we have merit scholarships, sports scholarships, merit can means scholarships. For army personnel, Matthias scholarships, they are also there.
Any other questions?
Yes.
There we go. Hi. Thank you again for your presentation today. Just had a question about the sort of general profile of the student that we might see at our visa window. Do you have any sort of data on, would it be more likely that we have a bachelor's student or a master's student at our window? Would it be more likely that someone is going on a 5-week program or a semester-long program? Would you be able to share that with us?
Yes, we will be able to share that. So, because we take the choice of the students, what they want to do, whether they want to go for study abroad program. So we take the choice of the students. If they want to go for the higher education, that also we take from the students, but we do the career aspirations of the students, whether they want to go for the placement or whether they want to go for the higher education, start their own venture. So that division we have, and based on that, we provide the career services to them. And we have, for example, the higher education team from the university and international affairs department. They help them for the higher education, for placements. Our ATPC and the CRC, they help them. And for competitive examination, we have the American Institute of Competitive Examination. They help them. So we can, whichever the data you wish, have the data we can easily share with you. And whether 5 weeks study abroad program or for the longer duration.
For example, the last 5 years pattern that we see, approximately 40 to 43% students of undergraduate are planning and wishing to go for higher education and many abroad. When we look into PG programs, approximately 18 to 20% students have a plan for go for higher education, in this case doctoral programs, and they are exploring and getting admissions in PhD programs abroad also. So specific data if you want from US perspective, that we will share with you also.
Yes, but if I may add to the respective Vice Chancellor had said, if you are asking that specific question that who you were expecting to see at the window, more numbers will be for shorter duration and lesser for for longer duration, but that is going to increase. The number that is going for longer duration will increase.
And we have highest 47% of the students in a particular year. So year on year it changes. So in 2023 we had almost 48% students who were looking for higher education, and then out of that also were another 6-7% who were looking for the competitive examination career. That means there were less than 50% who were looking for the placement. That means most of them were for the higher education. But then they had a particular year, they were only about 18%. And that is the COVID time, when very few students have opted for the higher education because visa was the issue or then mobility was the issue. We had as low as 17% students looking for higher education outside.
And this data will increase because we are now partnering more for dual degree programs, for joint degree programs, for training programs. So this figure will rise. And this will be both for shorter duration for 6 months to a year. They will be going to get some credits. They will be having 2 years, so they have 2 years bachelor programs, getting credit from a university in US, and they will be getting a degree from both sides. So these numbers on that side will also increase.
30%, 48%. Out of approximately this percentage, you can imagine 40% or 48%, as has been mentioned by Chancellor. It's out of 16 to 18,000 students. Those will be passing out. That's the figure. Now you can imagine the figure. Quite large.
Any further question? Yes.
Thank you so much again for this opportunity. My question is about financing the various study abroad programs and campuses. And as you know, education in the United States is expensive. And I was curious if there's any sort of cost considerations when students are choosing the country that they'd like to go study in, or do all of the programs cost the same amount and it's really based on just their preferences, or is cost a consideration? Would we see someone at the window who might have a little bit more money to spend and potentially going to a different campus in another part of the world?
Cost consideration is always for the students. Because there are students who get the scholarship. It's different the students who are paying from their own pocket. And they look at the quality education at the the economical rate. They definitely look at that definitely consider. And but they have seen the seniors how they have gone to different countries for the higher education and how they made their career. And today, for example, we have the student almost 40% of our alumni are working in the various countries, and you start with the USA, Australia, UK, Europe, and there but they are more important when they can make a better career. If they return back to the home country, which qualification will give them the better career option. So that was always is a consideration. But we know that many of those students get the scholarships. They fall more to the foreign countries.
May I add now?
Yes.
Okay, one important thing that the Vice mentioned, scholarships is something that also works on, is helped by our collaboration with the universities where they're applying. And cost consideration, like was mentioned, is very important. And during the process of guiding the student as to which university to choose, we guide them, we take their financial status into account before advising them where will be a better place for them to go.
Question? Yes, yes.
Thank you. Could you speak briefly about the job placement program and what kind of package would students expect to get upon graduation from a bachelor's and a master's?
I would request Dr. Anjali first to speak about the placements of engineering and technology, the kind of packages and the companies which come from India and abroad.
Thank you so much, ma'am. US has been the prime country where our students are looking forward to work and grow. A large number of conglomerates companies are coming to Amity University to hire our students, not alone from the US, but from other parts of the globe. And when we talk about the companies, a large number of companies ranging from Microsoft, Micron, LinkedIn, in the past Twitter, currently X, but so far not X has turned up. We used to participate in the campus drives. They hire our students through virtual recruitment programs and sometimes in the physical mode as well. And when we talk about compensations, so starting from the Amazon, and the package that has been offered in terms of INR is 80 lakhs to our students. On the national front, Amazon has awarded a package of 48 lakh to our students. And company name, just to add to the volume, that Cisco or Palo Alto, these kind of companies are also turning up for hiring our students from the campus for diversified profiles, starting from networking, software development, and data analyst profiles.
That's in addition to the Indian companies, we should mention the Indian companies also.
Okay, so thanks so much. So apart from these top tier companies, companies like Accenture, Cognizant, Infosys, and consulting units like Bain and Company, McKinsey, Goldman Sachs, KPMG, PwC are our regular recruitment partners who used to visit Amity and hire students from not only from engineering disciplines but from other management and humanities background as well. And these students are not only getting the opportunity to work in India, but on certain projects, they're also getting opportunity to work on with their US clients and also getting H-1B visas sponsored by their companies. Thank you. Ma'am, would you like?
Dr. You would like to add something?
So, I would like to add something over here. The hiring scenario in India is very different from abroad. The institute takes the ownership of calling in companies on campus and placing them, which is not in most of the foreign universities. It's more like a career fair where the ownership lies with the student. You facilitate the process. However, the ownership lies with the individual candidate. However, here in India, the ownership lies of prepping the students, prepping them throughout, resume building to career counseling to development, helping them develop for the placement process. Plus, the ownership also lies with the university to invite companies on campus. The relationship is with the university to invite them and conduct the process. So that's a very, very vast difference as far as hiring is concerned. And that ownership, I think we have a career cell which has almost like a 3 verticals, have the training process, which preps you, the counseling process, and then the outreach or getting the companies on campus. So all 3 verticals as far as CRC is concerned.
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, about the about our students going abroad, there has not been a case when student has gone abroad and not come back as per the visa requirements, and that's been a very good thing because the British High Commission grants visa to our students just by a letter from us. That's a very big thing that the university has achieved just because our students stick to the rules and regulations. The second thing that I want to ask you, it's a question from our side. What, if any, is going to be the effect of the change in regime in the US on the pronouncements that are coming about, changes in the way USAID is being utilized? How is it going to impact at all? Will it impact the visa process, or is going to be the same? Thank you.
Thank you. As of right now, we're adjudicating visas as we have been, so there's been no real change to visa adjudications or our procedures at the moment. Our doors are open every day. We're still seeing about 1,000 individuals daily in just Delhi, and our 4 other consulates across India. So right now, we don't have any changes to those kind of parts of our program. So you'll still see people can apply under all the normal categories that you're used to, the F for academic and M and J programs. And as you probably are aware, we adjudicate our H-1B visas and L visas in Chennai and Hyderabad. So those offices are still continuing and adjudicating those programs as normal, and until we hear otherwise. But at this moment, no pronunciations or changes.
Your visit, how it will facilitate the MIT students to get the advantage?
I think, as I said, we interview every individual, and it's their duty, kind of obligation, to present themselves naturally and authentically as credible candidates for the visa. So that won't change. They have to do that part of, presenting what their intent is and what their criteria are for the visa, their background, their qualifications. But being here certainly helps us have a better understanding of, the caliber of your institution, the students that we would expect to see coming from here, and it's really given us a very good understanding of that. So if we have a student who does not appear qualified or
because
probably look again.
Yeah.
We could at least have a good understanding of. We would expect really good qualified.
because I believe seeing is believing. So you have seen us. So you came, you saw, and we have conquered it.
Yeah, any other question from the consular sections? Because we want you to, whatever the queries you have, you should satisfy your queries. Very important for us. And
Because the vision of our honorable president is how do we provide the global exposure to our 100% students. That's the team we have, and also how India or how MIT provide the talent to the world. And as I said in the beginning, that we have a large number of companies which are coming from Japan to recruit the students, coming from Korea to recruit the students. And because so many American companies are here and they have been recruiting, but the many alumni today, almost 40% are working the world over. And we would like that that percentage further increases. And because many of the Indian companies are now also going abroad, setting up their facilities and having the international employees, the talent in their companies. And this world has now really become the global village. And the talent pool is so much, and having the global exposure is extremely important. So whichever way we can help you in your decision making, and we will always be. Yeah, because at the end it's serving the industry, serving the society, serving the universities, and ultimately that our chances is that how we can work together and make this world a better place to live and to grow together. So that's the ultimate goal. Any question from the council section? Yes, Christine, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much to each one for your valuable inputs, insights, and for this informative discussion. As a token of our appreciation and gratitude, we would like to felicitate our guests. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, Dr. Balwinder Shukla, and additional Pro Vice Chancellors, Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, Dr. Chandradeep Tandon, and Dr. S.K. Khatri, to kindly felicitate Ms. Sarah Ankas. Ms. Jaspreet Kaur.
We have a much. Like, we have a much smaller token, but a special coin that we want to present as well. And it's from what we call ourselves Consular Team India, and from the US Embassy New Delhi as well, just as a token of the visit and a token of appreciation.
We would like to felicitate Ms. Jaspreet Kaur. It's Annie Clonel.
The next. Yes. Dr. Hassan and Dr. Bansal, Director Admission, आपने नहीं किया तो Director Admission and Dr.
Sir,
Professor Kapoor.
Dr. Nani and Dr. Rukna. Sir.
Thank you so much. We are thankful to the entire consult team for sparing your time and coming to the portals of Amity. We look forward to a long association with you and would be a pleasure to welcome you back to our campus again. Thank you so much to the entire delegation and Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, our Honorable Additional Pro Vice Chancellors, Deans, HOIs, and other dignitaries who have been part of this discussion forum. Thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you. We will now have a group photograph. We request you to please assemble. If we could come to the front of the dais.